Socialist Council of Nagaland accuses the government of India of betraying the framework agreement signed between both sides back in 2015. The militant outfit also leveled charges that union government desperately trying to push through a new edited version of 16-point agreement. Traveling through various states of the country, the first ever chess Olympiad torch relay finally arrives in Nagaland. On Monday, officials of the Department of Youth Resources and Sports and Nagaland Chess Association receives the torch at the old DC bungalow in Kohima. Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveils the national emblem cast on the roof of the new parliament building in New Delhi. It took over 9 months to cast the bronze metal matte emblem weighing around 9,500 kg on the roof of the new parliament building. Supreme Court of India asked Maharashtra Assembly Speaker to refrain from taking any new decision on the plea seeking disqualification of Shiv Sena MLAs belonging to Uddhav Thackeray camp in the continued political crisis. Apex Court of India states that matter requires more time for constitutional bench to be listed. Supreme Court awards 4 months in jail to fugitive businessman Vijay Mallya, found guilty of contempt of court in 2017 for withholding information. Mallya asked to deposit the fine of Rs 2,000 within 4 weeks to the Supreme Court, failing which a further sentence of 2 months to be added. Good evening, viewers. You are watching English Primetime News. Now let's look into details. Once again, the key stakeholders of Naga political issue, the NSCN-IM and the Government of India, are at loggerheads. This time, the NSCN-IM has accused the Government of India of betraying the framework agreement signed between both sides back in 2015. The militant outfit also leveled charges that the union government is desperately trying to push through a new edited version of 16-point agreement. Issuing a press release through its Ministry of Information and Publicity, NSCN-IM went on to say that the state of affairs on the ongoing Indo-Naga political talks is a matter of regret, as rogue elements are pushing around with the blessing of the Government of India, targeting the destruction of a framework agreement. In a tone of resentment, the faction added that nowhere in the world had witnessed such unethical political maneuver. Destructive forces are being sponsored by the very power engaged with National Socialist Council of Nagaland (NSCN) to bring Naga political solution since the talk began in 1997 after signing the historic Second Indo-Naga ceasefire. The NSCN-IM stated that such a manner of undermining the Naga political issue by resorting to a highly demeaning manner is the most annoying thing that keeps coming up at the crucial stage of the Naga political process. NSCN-IM has also asserted that, along with the Naga people, it would not accept toxic, divisive policy to repeat the past blunder. A lecture campaign on Agnipath scheme was organized by Shamator Noklak Battalion Assam Rifles under the aegis of Headquarter Inspector General Assam Rifles North at Noklak District's Chokla Village Council Hall on Monday. Commander of Assam Rifles Chokla Post discussed in detail the eligibility criteria, financial benefits and terms of the service provided under the scheme. Commander further showed a demonstration on how to log in and register on Agnipath scheme's portal. The commander further urged the youth of Kemnuan tribes to join the mainstream and serve the nation. Meanwhile, pamphlets of Agnipath scheme and distributed and pasted on prominent locations around the village. The lecture campaign was attended by Gaunbura pastor, youth pastor, village guard commander, BJP youth leader and village council secretary. The Gaunbura of Chokra village, Pakio KM, appreciated the 14 Assam Rifles for conducting such campaign in their jurisdiction.
Pay approx 4.7 lakh in 1 year, which will increase up to 6.92 in 4th year. The moment he quit after 4 years from the forces, he will be giving 11.71 lakh rupees approx in hand. That boy is also will be having the life insurance of 48 lakh rupees. If in case he got casualty or he died.
Good morning. Aji Chokla Post Commander. Yati ahigine. Taiga ekdom welcome ko ase. Do Chokla Manu Pura Khan or Jawan Khan. Tukra Khan, Tai Sok Motok Kurigo, Motok.
On the occasion of World Population Day, Minister of Higher Education and Tribal Affairs, Tamchan Imna Alung, urged the citizens to take a look on the rapid growth of population. He further said that as population control is an issue that cannot be ignored in today's time, planning for having babies need a lot of thoughts. He further said that one must first review population census before planning for child. He even mentioned to stay single like him and contribute towards a sustainable future. After traveling through various other states of the country, the first ever chess Olympiad torch rally finally arrived in Nagaland on Sunday. On Monday, officials of the Department of Youth Resources and Sports and Nagaland Chess Association received the torch that has been carried by Grandmaster Ankit Rajpara, the 36th India's chess grandmaster and a chess prodigy, at the old DC bungalow in Kohima. To mark the occasion, a special blitz tournament was also organized by Chess Nagaland Association, where altogether 21 players participated. During the event, Minister of Planning and Coordination, Neba Kuno, who was also presented there in his speech, stressed on the importance of chess as it helped to boost the concentration level of not only youngsters but even politicians to become wiser. Therefore, he urged youths to play the game chess seriously. Later, Kuno, along with Grandmaster Ankit and the officials, took part in the rally along with the Olympiad torch. Notably, the 44th edition of the Chess Olympiad has been awarded by the World Chess Federation to the All India Chess Federation, which is scheduled to be held at Mahabalipuram, Tamil Nadu from 28 July to 10 August 2022. And to mark the event, the FIDE has instituted the Torch Rally, which will cover 75 iconic locations of the country as part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration.
Chess was originated from India and it has gone to far places and now all over the world. And now chess has become very, very important game. From olden days, famous peoples, a person like Napoleon and almost prime ministers were the chess players. And as we see, few of them, the American president, they also play chess. It is very, very interesting here.
Hello, this is Grandmaster Ankit Rajpura, and today I am in Kohima as a part of first Olympiad torch relay. So this is first time in the history of chess where the torch relay is happening, and today was in Kohima. And it was a quite pleasant experience for me to be a part of the event, to observe the budding Nagaland chess players, to observe the culture and people, and I am very glad for my visit, and I hope that chess.
All Nagaland Karate-Do Association backed 18 medals in the recently held Karate All India Open Karate Championships from 9th to 10th July 2022 at Maligaon in Guwahati and brought laurels to the state of Nagaland. Nagaland team won 7 gold, 7 silver and 4 bronze. Emekali Asumi won gold at Kumite and silver at Kata. Ayulonika Asumi also won gold at Kumite and silver at Kata. Aking D Sangtam won bronze at Kumite, while Mungulila Sangtam won silver at Kumite and bronze at Kata. Tiapanla Chamir also won gold at Kumite and bronze at Kata. Tiakamba won gold at Kumite and silver at Kata. Kiwi Loni S.I.A. won gold at Kumite and silver at Kata. Zipila Sangtam won silver at Kata. Satatang won gold at Kumite and Kata. Akaminla L. Imchen won gold at Kumite and bronze at Kata. Nagaland team was led by technician official Triba Sangtam, Senpai Kashio Yepto as boys coach and Akaminla as girls coach. The book launching program of Bihu B. Lams, the Kemnyuan Nagas, Pioneers and Achievers was held at Whitehall, Noklak village on Monday at 10 a.m. The program was sponsored by Thang Students Union and the book was dedicated by KBCA Executive Secretary Hempao. Meanwhile, the author Bihu B. Lam was born in 1994 in Noklak village. Lam is an independent researcher of indigenous traditions and heritage. Some of his articles and poetry works are published in dailies and e-books. The Kemnyuan Nagas, Pioneers and Achievers is his debut book to be published. Reportedly, Lam in his address talked about education in the aspect of Kemnyuan Nagas. He confessed that he was encouraged to write the book when SP Corps texted him on the 5th of January 2021, asking him to write some great stories and histories of Kemnyuan Nagas. He then shared that today the book has turned into a concrete art. Noklak DC, Haizu Meru graced in as the special guest. Meru noted that narrative is very important while writing history and also pointed out on miscommunication created due to outsiders' wrong interpretations of our history. Superintendent of Noklak DC Pripal Kaur graced the program as a guest of honor. In her speech, she said that history should not be manipulated and urged the tribal people to come up with more written documents. She said that the author have gone through a lot of sacrifices in making the book while encouraging everyone to work in such a way where we can reach to the outsiders too. Notably, while gracing the welcome address, TSU President Puchom Lam said that TSU has done the sponsorship for the program as a sign of encouragement for the upcoming young writers. Meanwhile, short speeches were also given by Kemnyuan Tribal Council President and Kemnyuan Students Union President, followed by words of gratitude from TSU Executive Chairman Kyungru Longshen. The 6th LAP demand-driven skill development training in construction sector for multi-skilled technician implemented by the Department of Employment, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship of Nagaland government was inaugurated at Sanis town in Woka district at ADC. The project has been set up in collaboration with empaneled training partner Sinorik Initiative Society. The inaugural program was chaired by Yelobemo Y Kitan, TADEE Woka. An invocatory prayer was done by William L. Hamsoy, Associate Pastor, Hachang Baptist Church. A brief note on the training program was given by Assam Rifle, Richard Belho, Chairman, Zenorik Initiative Society, where he highlighted the importance of skill development and the common vision toward skilling the youth for livelihood purpose and work towards mitigating the problems of unemployment in the state. Zubemo Lota Changlau, Deputy Director, spoke on behalf of the department and enunciated the willingness of the department to train the youths in skill-related job roles. Speaking on behalf of the District Skill Committee, Arhomo Yantan ESC Sanis thanked the department for bringing the training program to the Sanis subdivision and encouraged the trainees to sincerely attend the skill training program. Vote of thanks was delivered by Yansi Thong K. Iroy, pastor in Harge of Sanis Town Baptist Church. Altogether, 50 unemployed youths will be trained on plumbing and electrical job roles during the week-long training program. Six-month data report from January to June for the last 3 years by government portal Vahan dashboard shows Nagaland state is yet to recover from the hardships as a result of COVID-19. Though the vehicle registration is highest in 2022 with 13,122 against 9,773 in 2021 and 8,974 in 2020. Pre-pandemic records had higher figures compared to the total of 3-year figure. Till July 10, 2022, a total of 21,881 vehicles were registered in 2021 with 3.88 lakh in 2019. 13,122 vehicles were registered in Nagaland from January 1 June 30 in 2022. The lowest ever record registration was in 11 in July 2022. Till July 10 in 2022, the category of vehicle with highest registrations is heavy goods vehicle, followed by light motor vehicle, two-wheeler, non-transport and light goods vehicle. An upward trend in registrations for construction equipment and machinery vehicles has been witnessed in the few years. Assam Police, in collaboration with the Nagaland Police, rescued 2 victims of human trafficking from Dimapur. The 2 female victims are both reported to be residents of Biswanath Charaili. The traffickers has been identified as Dipankar Roy and is reported to be a resident of Tinsukia. The Assam Police stated that Dipankar Roy has prior history in trafficking, blackmailing and exploiting women, mainly targeting vulnerable women like widows and divorcees. The Assam Police and Nagaland Police traced the victims and rescued them from Dimapur. The accused has been arrested by the Assam Police and is currently being interrogated for further information. Supreme Court of India has asked Maharashtra Assembly Speaker to refrain from taking any new decision on the plea seeking disqualification of Shiv Sena MLAs belonging to Uddhav Thackeray camp in the continued political crisis. The Apex Court of India stated that the matter requires more time for constitutional bench to be listed. The court has previously said the petitions were to be listed on July 11. The Thackeray-led faction challenged the validity of assembly proceedings held on July 3 and 4, where a new Speaker of the House was elected, followed by floor test in which Shinde-led coalition proved its majority. In fresh trouble for the Congress in Goa, 5 of its 11 MLAs in the state have gone incommunicado on Sunday. Following this, Congress President Sonia Gandhi has asked senior party leader Mukul Wasnik to rush to Goa to oversee the latest political developments in the state. The development comes amid speculations that some Congress MLAs may join the Bharatiya Janata Party. The party has accused 2 of its legislators, Michael Lobo and former Chief Minister Digambar Kamath. On the eve of the assembly session, Congress Goa in charge Dinesh Gundu Rao announced that a conspiracy was hatched by 2 of their own leaders with the BJP to see that the Congress party in Goa is weakened and to create defections in the party's legislative wing. Following the accusation, the party has removed Lobo from the post of leader of opposition in the state assembly. Rao further said both these people had been working in total coordination with BJP. Digambar Kamath did it to safeguard his own skin because so many cases are against him, and Michael Lobo did it for the sake of power and position. Senior Congress leader Digvijaya Singh also alleged that this is not democracy but money power of the saffron party.
I have submitted the letter to the Honorable Speaker to remove our earlier CLP leader, and our new CLP leader will be finalized by today, and we will submit the same. And as said yesterday, I mean that action, whatever has to be taken, I think our Goa in charge has given.
On to an exciting news for the people of Nagaland, especially Dimapurians. Illumi Skin and Aesthetic Beauty Clinic and Shop dealing with exclusive Korean procedures and products was inaugurated on Monday by Deputy Commissioner of Dimapur, Sachin Jaiswal. The clinic cum shop is located at half Nagarjan and offers training in skin and beauty and treats skin ailments as well. While interacting with Nagaland TV specialists in scalp and face, Master Kim Dongguyu from Korea commented that they are committed to making Nagaland a hub itself and also expand their venture in the entire Northeast and India as well. Master Dongguyu also iterated that he has years of experience in researching with various Korean beauty products and methodologies, and he knows what works best and most efficiently for people's skin. He further commented that similarly in skin and aesthetic looks of Northeast people and Koreans are what gravitated him towards establishing the outlet in Nagaland.
This is Master Kim from South Korea. We are targeting for this market, not just Nagaland, just whole Northeast and the whole India itself, so that we become a hub itself in Nagaland with the Nagamis. That's what my whole point of this project. India as itself is very, tempting market for everyone in the world. But me myself as a technician, I cannot dare to do for other skin type. Such I have myself Mongolian blood and Mongolian skins, right? But after I came to know these Northeast people, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, and Manipur, Mizoram, those people, we are all having the same kind of skin. So that apply all my skills, all my products, just itself. We don't need to go for Delhi because, okay, sorry, we have different skin type. So Delhi or Guwahati, they have their own skin, they study for own their genetics. But we, us, having the similar kind of skin, so that, it will apply better than any other states or any other studies. That's the benefit, the most biggest benefit. Korean, you don't need to use only Korean brands, right? And I'm against with that. Go for Indian brand, go for European brand, American brand. But being present here, I know the knowledge of South Korea, which one is good, which brand is the best. So thousands of brands are there in South Korea, and even India, in all over the world, tons of that. But I'm master of from South Korea, so I will bring whatever you can reliable, you can trustful. That one I can bring it. That's why I'm just bring Korean product only, because I only know Korean products, right?
Well, in a meeting with Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, the opposition MPs raised concerns about the newly launched Agnipath recruitment scheme for the armed forces. The meeting was attended by 12 MPs from various political parties, including 4 BJP MLAs. A detailed representation was met by the Defence Ministry for the committee members. Although Singh told that it was a very good meeting, the opposition parties expressed their reservations about the Agnipath scheme. The opposition parties raised issues on huge unemployment in the country being the reason for a large number of applications for the scheme. The opposition leaders again questioned on the assurance and safety of the country, since the Agnivars will be recruited only for 4 years. The MPs also condemned the government for dragging the army into politics. It further said that the government was not able to respond to any of their questions, so 6 members of the opposition have written to Rajnath Singh asking him to hold wider consultations across the country and also refer the Agnipath scheme to the Standing Committee for Defence. Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiled the national emblem cast on the roof of the new Parliament building in New Delhi on Monday. The national emblem has been cast at the top of the central foyer of the new Parliament building. The emblem is made up of bronze with a total weight of 9,500 kilograms and is 6.5 meters in height. Senior Central Public Works Department officials said that it took over 90 months to cast on the roof of the new Parliament building. The concept, sketch and process of casting of the national emblem on the roof of the new Parliament building has gone through 8 different stages of preparation, from clay modeling and computer graphics to bronze casting and polishing. Meanwhile, Modi also interacted with workers involved in building the new Parliament. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri and others were also present at the event.
मन को अच्छा लगा है सबको सर। तो काम करने के लिए उसमें क्या फर्क, मकान बनाते हैं और ये बनाते हैं, तो काम करते समय क्या फर्क होता है? हमें घर वालों को पता था, पूछते होंगे क्या कर रहे हो, कैसा बन रहा है, तो लोग कहते हो यार फोटो तो ले आओ दिखाओ हमको हैं, ऐसा करते हैं। आपको राशन मिल जाता है क्या? सर वो वन राशन उस कार्ड से मिल जाता है। जी सर। और क्या आपको लगता है कि हाँ हमें यहाँ आए तो ये मन को अच्छा लगा, ऐसा कौन सा बात बताए?
सर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, जैसे कि से गाँव में आते काम करने सबकी।
The Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship is planning to start nearly 22 programs to accommodate new recruits who will join the military services under the Agnipath scheme. Notably, the Agnipath scheme was recently launched by the government amid widespread protest. The aim of the programs will be to help develop bankable business plans for the recruits after 4 years of service and to provide them with alternative job opportunities. To accommodate the programs, the government is planning to induct nearly 46,000 men and women into the forces between the age of 17.5 to 23 years in the coming months. National Testing Agency has declared JEE Mains Result Session 1 on Monday morning. The results came out on Monday morning. Meanwhile, the testing agency has asked the candidates to check their results through official website, and also they added by saying that the application number and date of birth or password. NTA has also notified that JEE Main Exam Session 2 is scheduled to be held from 21st July to 30th July 2022. All India's monsoon disrupts normal calendar with massive unfolding of loss of lives in and around different states of the country. Many students have come together to seek postponement of UG NET 2022 exam schedule for 17 July as factors of pressure and multinational level entrance test takes place in the month of July. Twitter storms with hashtag NEET-UG 2022 trends addressed to Prime Minister, Education Ministry and other handles of the government for the same. Students from flood-hit areas and cities under critical weather conditions face an uncertain outcome if National Testing Agency goes ahead with the exams as planned. The government officials, in the interest of the student community, would be required to ensure access to the exam venues or arrange alternative options for the student candidate preparing for the entrance test. The Central Education Minister has also criticized for commenting poorly on the difficulty level of the national test from other evaluation tests. Businessman Vijay Mallya from India, who has been under extradition in United Kingdom since exposure of bank loan controversy related to Kingfisher Airline of over rupees 9,000 crore came to light and is sentenced to 4-month jail imprisonment by the Supreme Court earlier today. Mallya has been fined with rupees 2 lakh and found guilty for going against the Karnataka High Court's order made in 2017. The businessman failing to update his assets and for alleged transfer of USD 40 million as made by State Bank of India to his 3 children has been arrested. Mallya received funds from Diageo, a British firm, and is asked to return USD 40 million in 4 weeks. Failure of the transfer will give absolute right to the court to seize properties of Mallya.
Come inside.
India's oldest surviving royal Bengal tiger died in the wee hours on Monday, leaving everyone in a state of mourning. Raja was tiger from South Khair-Bari Tiger Rescue and Rehabilitation Center at Alipurduar's Madairi Hat. Raja died at the age of 25 years and 10 months, making it one of the longest surviving tigers in the country, only second to another tiger that had lived up to 26 years in captivity. Raja was brought to South Khair-Bari in August 2008 after being injured by a crocodile in a territorial fight in the Sundarbans with more than 10 injuries. It was almost 11 years old when brought to South Khair-Bari, and there it survived for another 15 years. Usually, Bengal tigers live up to 15 to 16 years in captivity and around 12 to 13 years in the wild. Jaldabhara Wild Reservation Divisional Officer Deepak M said that the success story of Raja will always be remembered as one of the greatest and rarest examples of ex situ conservation in the history of Directorate of Forest, West Bengal. DFO Jaltapara Deepak M and other officers of Forest Department and District Administration along with zoo staffs paid homage to the tiger. Well, viewers, that's all for now. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates.
अरे तूने अभी तक कुछ किया ही नहीं।
अरे ये तो लो क्वालिटी टंकी है।
होशियारी मत दिखाओ, दुकानदार ने 5 साल की गारंटी दी है।
अरे 5 साल छोड़िए, इसका पानी पियेंगे ना तो बहुत जल्दी हम लोग पहुंचेंगे। अंदर का सरफेस प्लेन स्मूथ और प्योर व्हाइट भी नहीं है। आप एक काम क्यों नहीं करते, निप्को ताज का एक टंकी लगा लीजिए।
लेक्चर बंद करो, लगाओ।
मरने दो बुड्ढे को, मेरा क्या जाता